Now, one of the potential solutions to boost agricultural production and increase Indonesia's food security is through agritech and initiatives like smart farming. To delve more into that, joining me today is the founder of Chickin, founder and CEO of Chickin, Tubagus Syailendra. Hi there, Mas.
Hi.
Thank you so much for
it's a pleasure. Thank
joining us. So, right, before we delve into the issue of food security and agricultural production, I want to talk first more about the agritech startup business, right? Startups are arguably challenging. We've seen some fail, some have thrived. Chickin reportedly started with 3 million rupiah in capital. That is not very much, but now you manage farms with over 45 million chickens. So tell us more about how do you see the agritech startup industry right now, and how did you manage to survive and then grow in such a challenging industry?
Yeah, thanks, Krishna.
Yeah.
Actually, we started this business less than 3 million rupiah.
Wow.
When we were at the college, and we started from smallholder farms. We started as a smallholder farmers to ensure and engage with these farmers back then. And we saw that there's a lot of inefficiencies in agricultural space, especially when we talk about poultry. This is the most promising protein, and everyone eats chicken as well, right?
Yeah.
And then we started to focus more on these vertical value chains. A lot of agritech, they face a lot of challenges is because they're not concerning on one sector. They should focus more on one value chains, because in every chain, in every streams, you should, finding new challenges. You cannot manage all these horizontal approach to every single of commodity. We should focus on one sector, one layer, then you can become more powerful in managing the price and stability as well.
Right. So, correct me if I'm wrong, but Chickin helps poultry farmers using Internet of Things technology, data analytics to monitor and manage the coop environmental conditions, the chicken health. I mean, just explain to us, how does this work? This Internet of Things, and how do you work with the farmers, and how does it help them increase their production?
Yeah, basically, the technology is just an entry point for us to engage with this community.
Yeah.
Because this IoT aims to help farmers to increase their productivity. I have some story that our farmers, they can double their profits just because they can control and manage their mortality rate and yield inside the farms. Because when we talk about chickens, it's how we manage the yield, means conversion of feed into meat as well. And then because when the chicken cannot grow comfortably because of the environment, humidity is not met with their targets, and then they can get stressed, and they can very easily to make this feed to become energy. So it makes the chicken can not converting the feed more effectively, and then they can have a highly mortality rate as well. So that's why we put this IoT to make sure their farms to meet what the chicken needs in the farms. And after that, we can also put another extra opportunity to farmers to get financing access, market access, as well as input access.
Interesting. So, I mean, just to get this straight, so you provide the farmers with this IoT device. I don't know if, I think we can see it in some of the inserts. And then that sends the data to a cloud, and then you kind of feed back the data to the farmers to make things more
Yep, correct.
Okay.
Correct. We help the farmers to get the data recommendations, because the key and the critical part is to get them accuracy data that meet to the chicken needs. So we engage with every farms, and we consolidate this into our machine learning and give the farmers recommendations.
That's great. So, I mean, how is the demand, though, especially among the small and independent farmers? And does it help them maybe compete with the larger corporations in poultry industry?
People have stereotype about there are a couple of big guys that already control and have a power on the whole value chains.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, when we talk about the whole value chains, there are a couple of smallholder farms that still suffer to get the affordable input access.
Yeah.
And all these big guys also have difficulties in managing the smallholder farms because they cannot control the small things and the difficulties. So we try to orchestrate the supply of these big guys, and then we ensure these big guys can have a better yield to their farm as well. So all these big players currently working with us. Currently, we're working with 11 of principals that focusing on feed producing.
Yep.
And then from our side, we help these farmers to manage their farm properly.
Okay. And I mean, you were saying how this has helped boost food production. Now, of course, Indonesia is, trying to move towards being more independent in terms of, production of agriculture and food. So maybe just tell us, maybe how is smart farming really helping boost our agriculture and food security concerns as well? As I mentioned in the earlier news, that our food security index is not as high as it should be.
Yeah, when we talk about farmers, sometimes they have to battle with certain things. First one is inefficiencies of the productions, their lack of performance visibility, and then at the same time, they also lacking working capital. So when they're purchasing feed or inputs to their farms, they don't have any purchase power. So they get the terms of payment and it's really, really expensive for them. And then the third part is how to get the access of market to the farmers, right? Because when we talk about chickens, the harvest time is really quick. It's only 30 to 45 days to harvest the chickens.
Right.
So when it comes to 30 days, so they sometimes got panic because how to sell the chickens. Because they don't have any bargaining power, they have to sell in non-favorable price, very, very lower than the market price. So in our perspective, we should try to make the whole efficiencies from upstreams to downstreams and make sure that the chicken can grow comfortably, getting the efficiency to the farmers, as well as selling the chicken from farm to table. So yeah, that's the whole inefficiencies from the productions, distributions, as well as the financing part as well.
Okay. I hope I'm not jumping this question at you, but you were saying how it has boosted production of poultry. Do you have any data of, say, over the years, how much it has increased it, by how much percent using the smart farming?
Yeah. For now, we can decrease 50% of their mortality rate.
Wow.
And the second one, the most crucial part to get the profit for farms is the feed conversion to meat. Currently, we can make efficiencies about 300 grams per every kilogram of chickens. And we can calculate how much chicken that farmers has, and then how can efficiency they can receive from the technology that we deploy to the farms.
All right, so it's all about efficiency. It seems smart farming is working.
Yeah.
You were speaking about the capital for chicken farmers. In an interview, you said previously that Chickin will eventually focus on improving access to capital for chicken farmers. Can you tell us more maybe about the condition of that and maybe the push towards that?
The IoT is the first phase to engage with the community.
Yeah.
And then the second one is how to make sure their productivity better. And after that, we can get the profile of the farmers, right? Is there any eligible farm that can get financing access as our part of scoring systems to engage them with our lending groups? Currently, we embed these farmers' data to what the lenders has. So basically, we try to ensure their data. After that, we get them financial access. And now it's about 2 billion rupiah. Farmers can receive financing to get input access. So farmers, they no need to think about how to get the financing because sometimes they're also unbankable.
Yeah.
And how to get the inputs with favorable price. So we give them financial access and purchase it for their inputs such as feed, seed, as well as vitamin.
Okay, so it's direct financing.
Direct financing.
Without going to banks or anything.
Yeah, and then the interesting part is we are not giving the farmers cash basis.
Okay.
Yeah, so farmers will get the feed directly because we use this profile to get the financing, and then the lender will send the financing through Chickin, and then we can convert it into feed. Okay. So we can deliver feed directly to the farm. So no need to, carry the cash directly because it's really difficult, right? It's every farms when they get the cash.
It's also risky.
It's really difficult
to
manage the risk, right?
Yeah, we don't know where they're going to spend it.
Yeah.
Okay, just very quickly, we have about a minute left. I just want to ask, can smart farming make poultry production more environmentally friendly?
Yep. We're not only helping the farmers to get profitability, but we're also helping the environment because we make sure that the humidity to make the ammonia gas more lower than before. Because in the visits of the chickens, it's also impacted to the environment, especially for the methane gas. So we make sure these productions not also impacted to the outside environment from the farms.
Okay, great. So it's across the board, and hopefully, as I mentioned, the push towards food security, independence of agricultural production, that will be pushed. Seems like it's working from smart farming as well. Founder and CEO of Chickin, Tubagus Syailendra, thank you so much for coming to see today's cities.
Pleasure.